Hello all, Windwalker here. We're back with another play session on Ranch Simulator. It's an early access game currently available on Steam. And today my overall idea is I was going to take everybody on a tour of my hunting route that I take to travel around the map and get some wild meat so that I can sell it. So we'll go ahead and head off on that route now. One of the first things I do after logging in would be to load my gun, because when you load up, it's always on empty. All right, we'll come on over here to our lovely UTV. Let's just take a look. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So all the coolers are empty at this point. So the way this route goes, and I guess one thing I want to do for sure here is give a big shout out to Game Edged on YouTube. It was a video from him that originally let me know, if you will, that there's kind of you can set up some routes to go for animals as far as that goes. So like this first one I'm heading to was in his video, and then I kind of vary off of from his routes that he went and go to a couple different extra areas. Some points I do get back to where he was routing. So again, a big thanks out to Game Edge on that. Pretty much we come up on this hill here, and we want to try and find our deer. There should be a deer around here somewhere. There he is, straight ahead. Usually he's right up on this hill for me, so this one's a little odd. Hey, you're not supposed to get away like that. And by the way, don't know if you just noticed, but you can reload that gun, and if you switch to your hand and back, it normally goes a lot faster than waiting until it finishes with the animation of loading the gun. So you can at least get back to being able to fire off your weapon a lot faster. And then depending on where I get this deer killed, really depends on which route I go up to the next location. So let's get this guy here loaded up. And having the coolers to do this makes it just so much faster to do this instead of having to load meat onto the vehicle and get it fit into the right spots and all that fun stuff. So I keep going forward here as opposed to heading off over towards the left or anything. On that hill that's directly in front of us there, you can kind of see what looks more like the rock part of that hill. We can go up to the left or we can go up to the right of that. Most of the time I go ahead and go on up to the left of this. And once we get here, just head straight on up into here. And what we're looking for is a bear that should be wandering around right up here. There's points where this bear might already be chasing a deer. He might have already killed the deer, so the deer may not always be here. But I've found been pretty regularly able to find the bear. And so what we're going to look for here is I'm going to kill that guy. All right, we got him killed. Get back into hand mode. We'll skin him. Get his meat. Now, once I get this meat loaded, what I could do is head off to the right, which I'll go ahead and do here real quick. And over this way, you can usually find a wolf if I was to look around enough for it. I personally don't spend a lot of time looking for wolves simply because they only really drop 2 pieces of meat. And I'd rather spend my limited amount of daytime getting deers and bears. So I'm going to go ahead and head on back over here where I was. And as you saw where I killed that bear at, we've got the deer right there if I can get to my gun in time. All right, we got him reloaded. Let's get to my hand. And let me go ahead and show you kind of where I'm at on the map right now, just to give you an idea of where I'm currently at for both that bear and the deer. Now, there's times you come in here and you may find that bear chasing that deer. And why I ran over here, I don't know. I should have drove over. But you'll find that bear chasing the deer. There's also been points where he may have already killed that deer. So it's just a matter of if you get here, if the bear is chasing the deer, what you want to try and do is kill the bear off first. If the bear gets to the deer and kills the deer and gets a chance to like take a bite out of it, it seems the deer carcass will disappear and you can't do anything with it. If the bear kills the deer and you're able to get the bear killed kind of about the same time and you get over there and skin the deer real quick, then it doesn't disappear on you. So now that I've got the deer and the bear out of this area, we're going to head up to the road here and a little bit south, basically, is what I want to be doing. There's an area over here on the road that has a building surrounded by a big brown fence. You can kind of see it up in this area here. So what we want to do is head to the south of all that. We could cut straight through all these trees right here. What I do is normally head on up just past this group of trees, and you can get right into the clearing here. And there should be a bear somewhere right around in here, and there he is. So let's see if we can get him to come and get me. There we go. He's coming right at me now. That guy actually got a hit off on me. That's pretty rare. All right, load that. Switch to the hand. Let's get this meat picked up and thrown in here. So with that piece there, we've got one cooler full of meat. Let's go ahead and start filling up our next one. All right, and now from here, and let me go ahead, here's the map scenario. So now I'm down in this area, and where I'm at right here, I'm going to be heading more down into this area here towards the water. For this particular bear that I'm going to head to now, what I do, instead of trying to go forward through all the trees and everything that's there, I kind of jaunt up this way a bit so I don't have to go through the trees and the rocks. We want to get out here kind of into this clearing, although I don't even need to this time because I already see the bear. Come here, big boy. So we'll get this guy over here. All right, and oh, nope, reload. Always make sure you reload your gun after you shoot something so that you have a full 6 rounds if you need them when you're trying to go at something. Is how I go about that. All right, so we'll pick up the nice 4 pieces of meat we get from a bear. A bear takes 4 hits to kill. While we're here, I do want to go ahead and show you real quick. There's times when you come in here and the bear may be all the way over here. A lot of times he likes to run down on the hill to the water here. So he may be down on this hillside here, and so you can't see him from up there. He may also be swimming out in that water. So what I do if I don't see that bear is I'll come down here to the water line and just kind of run along it. Make sure I check behind me now and then, because the bear will come out of the water chasing you. And then you can run on up towards your UTV, lure him up there, and go ahead and kill him so he's close to your UTV for you. So, and real quick here, just kind of, it's down in this area where I'm at now. What we're going to do is we're going to head off to the left here. We're going to get out to the road, and we're just going to cross the road and head on down into a little valley that's down over in this area here. So as long as we don't run into any trees or rocks, all right. So from here, I want to go ahead and start looking for a deer. There's normally a deer right in this area here. There he is right there in the woods. So we'll go ahead and see if I can snag him. Got him. All right. And I go ahead and try to drive my vehicle. Oh boy, sure, run the carcass over. That is not a good thing. That's going to be damaged meat. Wonder if I have to, if I don't get as much for it. No, I know that it doesn't matter. But anyways, all right, so let's see here. So we've got that loaded. Now what I do from here is I'm going to cut across the street over here and go across the street into that little wooded area and look for another deer. I believe this might be the deer that Game Edge headed to after the first deer that I killed. By the way, the last 2 bears and deer that I just killed were on Game Edge map route, the map route that he had. We can see the deer right here. So let me see if I can get this guy before he runs too far away. Sure, go up there and hide in the trees. I don't think I got him. Not sure. Oh, I did. All right. Now I just got to remember how to drive over to where he's at. Alright, so let's go this way. He was over here somewhere. Where is he at? There he is. Oh. Okay, now I've lost him. Oh, there we go. He's around over this way. And once I pick up this meat from this deer, I actually want to head back over across the street, so I'm actually facing the right direction now, so that worked out good. All right, so let's get that in there. That one there. That one there. So I've got 2 coolers for meat, so we're up to 24 meat already on this little run that we're making here. And we're going to cross the street. And if you're familiar with what's over in this area, there's some trailers over here. That's kind of where I'm heading. And it's up to the left of these trailers that you see in front of me is normally where there's another deer running around. I will say that on the other side of these, there's a tent over there that you can actually save your game at if you wanted to. And we can see the deer here, so I'm going to go ahead and get my gun out so I can take them out. There we go. So we'll go pick up that. And in the old days, before some of the recent updates, it used to be that we'd go right over there, right over that direction, and that's the general store that we used to sell our meat at. Nowadays, it's no longer really profitable to sell your meat there. You're better off going to the burger restaurant that's down across the street from the car shop. So instead of going there to sell, and if you will, back when I was watching the Game Edge video, that was before we had the new burger shop and whatnot like that. So what I do at this point now is I'm going to head this way. Oh, here, let me just to kind of give everybody a quick idea. For any of those that aren't familiar with like these trailers and whatnot, just as far as the general map location, we're over here. So, and at this point, I'm crossing these railroad tracks. I'm going to drive on up for a little bit through here. So we kind of hit between these trees and then cut over one row of trees right here. Kind of follow this line right here on up. What we want to do is, as we start going over this ridge that's in front of me and start heading down this hill, we want to start looking for a deer that's running around. A lot of times it's on the over near the rocks on the right. At this point I can see it's actually out in the field already. So we'll kind of roll ourselves down this way. Come here, boy. There we go. And you can always wait until these deer stop running. They tend to run around for a little bit and then they'll stop and stand in one spot. I get a little too impatient for that. So I go ahead and waste bullets, if you will, shooting them when they're not there, or not standing still. But it works for me. And as you can see, we're actually only at 13:18 as far as time-wise right now. And I'm if you were to look at my guide on Steam, that has a map that kind of shows the route, although this one will have a couple extra stops for the video version. But don't hit that sign. Oopsie. Oh well. Normally I can miss that sign. Come right down here and hop into this area over here. And somewhere right in here, there he is over that way. We have another deer that runs around pretty much in the field here. And that one actually falls in a good spot because instead of going right over that way, kind of blue through the trees there, that's the burger restaurant that we can sell at. So my normal map had us going from this field over there. Today I'm going to show you a couple extra spots. I'm going to basically go and cross the road that's over this direction, so it works out that the deer was this way. So we'll stop and pick up this meat, and then we'll go ahead and continue on across that road. And let's do this here. So once we get this picked up, we'll go ahead and continue on our merry way. And once I get out to the road here, I tend to head up towards the left. You can kind of take a look out and see if you see anything, but most of the times I find this deer up this direction and I turn in. Oh, I already see it up there. He's out at the road right now, crossing the road. He'll come back over this way. Normally he won't go too far across that road. There we go, got him. Now that guy's normally out in here somewhere, and again, just kind of give an idea, here's where I'm at on the map. Alright, so let's go pick that one up. Yeah, it's pretty rare that I see this deer on the other side of the road like that. So that's an odd one for me. Okay, so we get his meat. That one's full, so we're going there. So it looks like this will fill up my third cooler of meat. Yeah, there we go. So that's 36 pieces of meat at this point. I'm going to go ahead, just for grins and giggles, swing into the burger joint, really just to kind of get an idea of is wild meat on sale. If it's on the menu here, which it's not, so it's not worth my checking. And then just to kind of take a quick look, 36 items of meat. I'm not going to sell them at 15. I'd rather take it home, keep them stored in a cooler, and come back at another time. So from here, what I'm going to do is we start heading on down this way. And once I get across those railroad tracks, we're going to go ahead and cut on into the woods here. This is not another one of those, not on my route guide, the map that's in on Steam. And in here, what you would be looking for in this area here is actually a wolf, not a deer. So this is where I've been able to find some wolves and whatnot like that. Again, I don't normally look real heavily for a wolf, but I figured I'd at least kind of show you guys that normally over in this area I can find a wolf or two. Doesn't look like I'm seeing any of them today. Oh, look at that. He's right in front of me and I was missing him. Hey, where'd he go? There he is. Almost looked like he was chasing something. I don't see any deers. Haven't seen deers in this area. I've seen two deer or two wolves at once in this area, but no deers that they're able to chase down type of thing. Now hopefully I can find that wolf's body over here somewhere. I didn't take a real good look at where I dropped him. There he is. We'll get this guy here. And again, they only give 2 pieces of meat, so that's probably why I don't go hunting for them. It only takes 1 shot to kill them. So anyways, I'm not going to bother looking for the other one. I'm going to go ahead and head on back to the road over this way. And my next stop, since I'll be driving down that road, what I'll be doing at that point is I will make a stop at the gas station. For me, anytime I go by the gas station, then I want to go ahead and fill up my gas tank real quick. In this case, I'm coming in a little backwards from what I normally would, but that's all right. So we'll get this guy filled up, top off the tank. Once we're full, we're going to head on back off. And so if you're looking at the map that's on my Steam guide, from here we'd pretty much be heading on back down to the ranch. And the way you want to do this is if you cut right through here, and there's that kind of opening between those 2 trees there, as I get closer up this way, you'll notice that this opening actually goes all the way down to the road that's, just behind our ranch that's down there. Right now, I'm going to give everybody another bonus, if you will, and we're going to head on across over this way up to the road again. And what we're going to do is if we go to the right, down in this area here, we can normally find ourselves another deer that tends to roam right in this area here. So I'll start looking for him at this point. Where is he at? Hey, buddy, there he is. Oh, sure, you're going to go across the street, huh? Not going to get a chance. Sorry. All right, let's go pick this guy up. Alrighty. Oopsie. Uh-oh. Where's the other meat? There it is. So I went ahead and turned foliage on just to kind of show everybody that, get a good look at the game. Normally I turn my foliage all the way down and you don't have all of the plant growth. It makes it a whole lot easier to find your meat as far as being able to pick it up without having problems. So to give everyone back at that idea where I was saying there's a trail that kind of goes straight down to the house, to the ranch. We'll go ahead and go this way and then we'll kind of turn around and head on back down the hill. Alright, so and once we get to this hill, start looking for a deer. There he is, right up over here. run up over the crest. How dare you? Got him. All right. That's going to take me a little bit off my trail heading to the house that I would normally take. But that's okay. I'll take a piece of meat. But anyway, if you kind of look, we can head straight down just to the right-hand side of the smaller fir trees that are down there. And you'd get straight through to the road without hitting any trees or rocks or anything like that. So that's my cut through. I take to head up this way as well as head back down that way. Alrighty, so let's get this deer, and this will be the last deer on the route that we're going to get. From here, we just head to the ranch. Of course, we could head to go sell real quick if we wanted to. I'm not going to bother with that one right now. But with that, we really just made that run. And we're at 1750 hours. So, there's still a little bit of time left in the day, not a lot. But that did allow me to get out there and make that loop around the map. Early game, this is an awesome loop. You need to make kind of a meat wagon so that you're able to carry enough meat to support going on this big route like that. But that's the hunting route that I would normally take. Come back home, go over and, if you will, maybe milk my cows, that type of stuff like that. Would be my next moves that I would make there. And let's take a look here. So we've got 12, 24, 36 plus 8. So we've got 44 pieces of meat on that run that we just got from doing that. So that is my hunting route, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the video of it. And everybody have a safe time and have a great time. And Windwalker out.